Yo, what up, family? This is Doug Reed with the Let's Go Show. When I tell you, I got another one. Who was it? DJ Khaled said, and another one. Well, I got another one. This brother is close to my heart. Worked with this brother. I actually did some very interesting, fitness thing with this brother. Some things going on. But I got Omar Stinney in the building.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yo, how you doing, Omar?
I'm doing great, brother. Reed, thank you. Thank you for having me on here, man.
Yeah, and you see, right off, he called me Reed. Some people call me D Reed. Some people call me Doug. I've been known, people call me a lot of things, but I've been known by a lot of different names. But this is my guy, and we just gonna get right into it.
Yeah, we got a lot of history. We got a lot of catch. We can talk all day long, bro.
I know, you know what I was thinking about that. Like, yeah, I don't know how long this one gonna be, but we'll do our best. We'll definitely try to put because some gems gonna get dropped. That I know. Even as I grow and I do this, and the people that I talk to, and I know this conversation with you, and we'll get into being the 1% better. Gems are going to drop. So
Hey,
let's go. Tell me
let's
a little.
go. Let's go and let's grow.
You starting already? I hope people take a notes before we start. But let's tell me a little bit about Omar Stinney.
Hey, all right. Thanks again for having me, man. This is truly an honor, and I feel blessed, and I'm so grateful. For those that don't know me, I'm Omar Stinney, um, owner of Drills for Skills Sports Training Oasis. Um, certified personal trainer, success coach. Um, I want to come on here. I want to give you a little bit about my history, a little bit where I come from.
Come on.
I grew up as a two sport athlete, mainly football and basketball. Did play some baseball, however, when I was in the elementary ages. But even before that, I'm going to tell you where it started. All right. God bless her soul. Um, my
Oh,
mom, 4 years old. 4 years old. I had an older brother, very athletic, and he was a football player. I'm out there at 4 years old. He's 9 years old. I'm like, let's go. Got my own helmet. And the newspapers were present at that game. I'm 4 years old. My mom is pushing me in the stroller across the field, all bumpy and lumpy. So, she had a little bit of athleticism too.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
um, and I ended up being in the newspaper that week. And when I saw that, I can remember, still have the clipping, but I can remember always seeing that paper around my house. My mom kept it visible. So growing up, I played multiple sports. I had a positive mindset because I always had a goal to set and achieve.
Hmm.
That's what Mom Dukes laid on me. That's what she have a goal. Where you going? What you doing? So then, as I progressed through elementary, high school, I got very passionate about basketball. Um, high
I,
school,
I'm gonna stop you, man, because I think this is a very
mm,
important time. Because when we think about our mothers, we think about. I mean, you already said it. The values that they instill in us. Can you tell me a little bit about your mom? And I know
uh,
even recently, some things would pay tribute to your mom. Just who she was and what she did, man, and of course, the legacy lives on through you. So just tell us a little bit about your mom, her name, and where she from. Just a little bit, as much as you want to reveal.
my mom, man, this is another one we could pretty much talk all day about. Uh, uh, my mom, can't say enough. Diane P. Stinney, Diane Patricia Stinney. Um, she was there for me, my biggest cheerleader. She was involved in everything. I'm just still finding out some new things she was involved in. When I say involved, I mean actively, passionately involved with the youth of the community, in the school system, in the church with the youth. She created a organization called the Educational Resource Committee, in which she put and helped many youth get into college. She was actively involved. This is a cool story, and mm, just think about it. She was actively involved on the board of education while I was in school,
Mm.
and she told me, she said, "I'm going to hand you your diploma." I knew I couldn't mess up in school. First and foremost, she had eyes all around. Second, I wanted her to. I really did. And then when I walked across just for high school, and she handed me that, I looked in her eyes, and there was nothing said. It was
Wow.
the look of pride. And
Wow.
I knew from that point on, it's not a time in my life that I'll ever let her down.
Mm.
Ever.
Wow. That is such a, and you know,
I want to let me just do let me I got a couple more pieces about it
oh,
because oh my goodness,
okay. Okay.
just two more. I'll just two more.
Take 10.
So let's fast forward a little bit. After the Board of Education, she jumped into, can you hear me good?
Yes,
Make
sir.
sure my mic is okay. She jumped into the town council, in which she got the position of president, which was the first African American female president in our county, on a township, in a county, not just the township, but the county, Burlington County, at that moment, at that time. And that was a blessing. She introduced me to a lot of principles of success during that era. And then during that era, she did so much for the community, made so many decisions, fought so many battles, in which she helped open up a 3 and 4 year old school in the community, spearheaded it, dug the hole for the foundation,
I love it.
literally. Um, and all that, all that being said, which you mentioned earlier, man, just a few weeks ago, God bless her soul, she passed away 2016.
Hmm.
They named a community park after her, and was that was just emotional.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
that's so she still is,
The
because
legacy
I'm not.
lives.
Yeah, yes, it lives, brother. It
Yeah.
lives.
And the point I was going to make, uh, because a lot of times, I mean, you said it, we really don't know the legacy that they leave behind, or what they did while they were here. I remember when my mom passed, and I learned this from the obituary. I'm reading it. I mean, great job on the obituary, and I'm looking at Sunday school teacher. I'm looking for the fact that my mom graduate. Matter of fact, I found my mother's graduation. I mean, yearbook when I went to Cincinnati. I'm from Cincinnati. I found her yearbook with a picture in it. I literally cried. Um, but everything, she wanted to be a nurse. During that time, she couldn't. There was some issues being a nurse, but she ended up working in a hospital for 35, 40 years. I don't even know. Everybody, going back to it, everybody knew her. She worked in a nursery. Like the whole city knew Miss May. You know what I mean? And, you know, after she passed, and I'm coming across people, and I was like, yo, I knew your mom. And, same thing, instrumental in the community. Um, I go back, as you say, One at Hills Community Council, making strides for our community. And then here we are to continue to live this legacy out the best way that we know how. But the seed has been planted.
Definitely.
Only thing, and we know they're in our hearts. That blood is in us. So let's say that blood is in us, where it's like water being poured down, making us grow.
Mm,
You know what I mean? So
mm.
we will continue to do this. So big shout out to your mom and the legacy, man. But you know, you got these principles, you got these values, you got these beliefs. So now you got to come out, this transition athlete, got to make the transition, or even tell me a little bit more about the high school, but you got to make this transition to college. And you already said there's no failing. There's no dropping out. I mean, if you're like me, I didn't drop out. I got on probation. And I was like, on probation. Like, what if I didn't break no laws? No, you broke some laws, bro. It's called grade laws. You
Mhm.
didn't maintain a certain level of your GPA wasn't there, so you're on probation. So, but it won't be none of that, bro. So let's talk about it.
Hey, man, listen to this, man. There's a whole lot behind this after high school, because this is where my life starts. This is where my life starts. My first year, Delaware State University, um, physical education and health major. Had no idea what to expect. Um, but I came back home. This is where it starts. My freshman year, did 1 year, came back home in that summer. My basketball coach, high school coach England, thank you,
Mm, mm,
thank you. He said, hey, oh, why don't you do this camp with me? We're having a little fifth and sixth grade camp, basketball camp in Bordentown. I said, okay, for a week. I said, okay, let's do it. At the end of that week was me up. I knew without a shadow of a doubt, I would be helping kids, helping young athletes, helping youth. Now I said, oh, I'm going to be in the school system, creating impact. I got this plan, got the plan. Did a few more years at college. Man, money got tight. Money got super tight. One more thing about see, women, my mom, my sister, who was 10 years older than me, played a very, very important role in my life. My dad did too. Now, don't get me wrong.
yeah.
We can go over that. But when my money got tight and my sister found out, she funded me. She was blessed enough to say, hey, look, I got you. You do another year. Do another year.
Wow.
And I went through that year, finished that year, didn't know what to do with my life. And I had one semester left. I said, all right, I got to get this semester. But I was so afraid. I was afraid. A lot of people, and I talk about this in my lives, I
Mm,
was the kid that would get to the point and be so afraid, maybe subconsciously, and something would happen that would take me right off track.
mm,
And that's what happened. I was like, okay, what am I going to do? I was very unclear. And what happened? That's when I got into corrections. My brother,
mm.
my brother came into play and
That,
introduced
you know
me
what?
to corrections.
Before we even get into that, that's a whole. We
Yep.
don't have enough time for this podcast for
Right.
that.
Right.
But I want to go back to the camps,
Mm.
um, and I'll reflect back on my life a little bit. Same thing. Loved the game of basketball. Played in high school. Got cut my senior year. That's a whole nother podcast. But I go in the military. Then when I get out, I'm in the military and I came to this area. Wanted to help kids. I wanted to be a coach. That was one thing. And you talked about your coach, your high school coach, and how
Mm.
important they are and the significant that they play in our lives, because seeds, once again, seeds are planted.
Mm.
And I knew I wanted to coach, and I started coaching. Uh, and then as we transitioned to corrections, a friend of mine that I work with in corrections at Fort Dix was a friend of Darnell Marshall, one of the number one picks back in the day from Connecticut. Uh, Great years in the NBA, but I worked his camp for 13 years.
Wow.
Another camp I worked, Louis Orr out of Cincinnati, um, University of Syracuse, New York Knicks. Before he passed, in December, was working with Patrick Ewing down in Georgetown. When he was at Seton Hall, I coached this camp. I mean, I participated in this camp for about however long I was there, every year. So, and I say this because it's going to lead to something that going to come out later.
Hmm.
Because we both have a passion I won't even say for youth because I guess I'm at the title of this podcast, planting a seed.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It just coming to my mind. But we've planted some seeds too, and we'll talk about that together. 1% better. Come on, man. I don't even like talking to you sometimes because I get so
Listen.
hyped. So the thing about it, let's go forward because now we transition to corrections.
Mm,
Let's start there.
mm. We're gonna get to. Oh my goodness, there's so many jewels that's coming out. I just want to give you all a piece of my life first. I gotta give you a piece because we can literally go on. We will come back to planting seeds. We're gonna plant seeds all podcast long, brother. This is it. So started corrections. Ah, man. My first day, Delaware State Department of Corrections. First day, I went inside that dormitory setting and I realized, oh my gracious, this was an eye opener. I said, first and foremost, I know what I'm not doing. At least I'm going to do my very best not to do certain things and end up in here. Number two, which is another step along my path. Immediately, that what came to my mind was, whoa, I got to reach these kids out here so that they don't end up in this setting. Boom. So everything is kind of just falling into place. I have no idea yet. I'm still just rolling a little bit. I got a few goals, but that's back in 1998. Fast forward 3 years later, I transferred, not transferred, but find a job with the feds, in which I met
What?
you.
Okay, so let's go back because we got similar paths. So, and I want to say go back because I got out of the service, from Fort Dix, New Jersey, and I'm like, yo, what I'm gonna do?
Mm.
And corrections was the thing that was going on,
Mm-hmm.
and I started in Atlantic County Jail, and I remember having them same thoughts like, yo, what the heck is going on? And then, of course, as we progress and we learn, we talk, mass incarceration, there's a whole lot of factors that led to that. Even the
Mm.
factors that, in reference to the disparity in the laws. But one thing I said, the same thing, I got to do something.
Mm.
These kids can't end up here. This ain't, and it's in so many words, it's been kind of glamorized a little bit, but and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, yo, I got to do something. There's got to be a deterrent for them to end up here because they don't want to end up here.
Mm.
And of course, boom, I stay at the county for a couple of years and I go to the feds. So what happens in the feds?
I learned how to be a professional. Not a professional corrections officer, but a professional Omar Stinney.
Mm.
I really learned. I met some phenomenal people, co-workers, including yourself. I mean, who showed me the path of having pride, taking pride in what you do, who you are, learning that integrity, like literally principles of success each year, just growing, growing, growing. This whole time, still in the back of my head, I knew it was something bigger. I knew that I had to be doing something on a massive scale. And I'm grateful. I was so grateful for my opportunity to get the job and meet the people and grow personally and professionally. But I still knew I had to reach the youth out there. I knew I had to open up a facility.
Mm.
My desire was so deep, nobody even had an idea. Oh, Stinney, they call me Stinney. I call you Reed. They call me
Exactly,
Stinney.
exactly.
You're real professional. You're really. They had no idea what was going on in my head. You
Mm-hmm.
see, you talk about that seed. That seed was planted years, was cultivated. It was protected until the right time. There is no exact right time, but that's when you decide it's time. That's your right time. The chips don't have to be lined up. So when I decided after 18 years of just cultivating, feeding, watering, just nurturing that seed, praying.
Stepped out on
I stepped out on. I jumped. I jumped. I listened. I was obedient.
it. Ooh. Mm.
And I resigned from corrections. Not a worry, because I knew God
Oh, come on, brother.
had my back. That's my coach, by the way. Okay. When you hear me say I talk
Yeah,
to my coach, that's my coach.
come on now. Come on now.
He told me to get in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Reed, since then, amazing, miraculous. I don't call him miraculous because I know my guy got my back, my coach.
That's good.
Been featured in Think and Grow Rich, the magazine. Met some phenomenal people across the world, spoke on huge platforms, helped CEOs, companies, obviously opened up a sports performance training facility and reached a couple thousand kids so far. So far.
Yeah, and I even think, man, like and I guess you talk about professionalism. So I can actually say I work for you. You know, that's what it was working. I mean, you know, if we put it down in professional situation, it was it was an employment opportunity to, but I wasn't working. I
Mm,
helped you with a basketball camp.
mm.
Like that's what I love.
Let's talk,
And
baby. Let's
you was like,
go.
"Yo, can you help me out?" I'm like, "What? On something that I love? How can I not help you out?" And oh man, it was a joy, man, and just pointing to those kids. And even as I see those kids now, the few that were coming through there at that time, and you've progressed so much more.
Mm,
And I just keep hearing that 1% better.
mm.
So now you got this thing going 1% better every day, 1% better every day.
Okay. Okay. Let's grow. Let's go. Let's grow. Let's go. Okay. Okay. So now we opened up. We're here. We're doing it. We're living God's way.
Now, where are
Want
you at?
him?
Where are you at?
So
Where's it
we're in
located?
Browns Mills, New Jersey. 111 Pemberton Browns Mills, Pemberton Browns Mills Road, Browns Mills, New Jersey. Hey, I get that right. 111 Pemberton Browns Mills Road, Browns Mills, New Jersey.
Okay. Just
Zero eight
want
zero one five. Let's go.
let's go. I just want to make sure we got that right.
All right. So here we go. Here we go. You ready? You
I'm
ready,
ready.
Reed?
I'm
Now,
ready.
I
I'm
mean, they
ready.
know a little bit about me. Now I gotta give them my why. My why.
Why?
So we opened up the facility. We took the jump. We was obedient to God. It was okay. Now what? Because I had no business experience. I went to school for physical education and health. I wanted to be a gym teacher. I didn't know
Mm.
nothing about business, but I knew how to be a professional me. That's all I need. And I knew I had God on my back. So I said, okay, this is me. This is what I believe. This is what I love. This is what helped me. So how can we help others? We got to put 1% better every day in it. Now, a lot of people say, oh, 1% better. I'm going to do this and do that. See, they don't have the deep down low on this 1% better. 1 second. Ultimately, excuse me, real quick.
No, it's just quite. And see what people got to realize that 1% better. I mean, he's going to get deep into it for you to get a total understanding. It's not just the words that we talk. It's about how you live your life. It's how you carry your life on. How do you reach deeper and deeper within yourself to be better each and every day?
Okay, let's go. Let's get it. So here's the deal. 1%. Thank you, Reed. Thank you, baby. 1% better every day, every single day. It doesn't just mean one. This is ultimately for me, but I know it's helped me, so it's going to help more. I know it because it's a timeless principle. One means movement.
Mm.
Remember, I told you I would get to a certain spot in my life, almost there or wherever, and then boom, something would happen and I would deviate and never finish. I was the person who would be in class in elementary school and know the answer, but feel as though I didn't know. So I'm like, I'm not going to raise my hand. I never took action, Reed.
Mm.
I never took action on what I wanted to do. So here's the deal. Now that I took action, 2016, I'm here. 1%, it's not 1%. It's progression. It's
Ooh.
movement. So when I want to get 10%, no, you can get 100%, but you still have to move. So ultimately, you just got 1%. And nobody can tell you how much more you have left. I opened up a business with no business experience. 100%, trust me, but I
Mm.
know I got more. So I only took 1%. I only moved a little bit. Better. Better is not just better. You see, I told you my coach, I get a lot from my coach. Thank you, God. Better is be
Praise God.
everything today to experience results. You see, creation's done. My coach is done. He's like, all right, I got this set up. I need you to play this position. I need you to make this move. I got this play in order. You see, everything's already created. So if you have everything in you, all you got to do is do it. Be it. Be it, baby.
But let me
Be.
ask you. Oh my
Talk to me.
God.
Talk to
So,
me.
because you're saying, and I get what you're saying. You're saying your foundation is God.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
He's
yeah.
your coach.
Oh, yeah.
But every team needs a teammate.
Mm,
Somebody's going to actually ride with them. You know what I mean? Like,
mm,
I've been on teams, but it was always, I mean, you talk about the point guard, and the center. I mean, however you want to make it. You talk about the quarterback and the running back. You talk defensive, the cornerbacks and the defensive ends. But there's always on a team
mm.
that you develop with a person, and y'all kind of grow together on this. Y'all find out your strengths and your weaknesses, and you find out together just how strong you really are. And I know you got a great teammate, and
You
it's your
got me.
wife.
You got me in tears over here, dude.
It's your wife.
You
Come
got me
on,
in
bro.
tears. You got me in tears, dude.
Bruh.
Nah, let me tell you something. See, let me tell you something, dude. This is remember. Just let me go back just
Yes,
a
sir. Yeah.
couple
Oh,
years. Just a couple years. Remember I told you women played a big part in my life. My
mm,
sister, she paid for my last year. And right before that, I was still in school with no money, broke, no nothing to eat. She said, "We're going on vacation. Come with us." You know, I ain't got no money. I can't get down there. I'm in school, sis. I'm good. I'm all right. I'm just gonna study. I'm gonna get right so I can make the most out of your money. She said, "Look, don't worry about it. I got you. You just get your butt down here, relax, and then get back in gear when you get back home."
mm-hmm.
I went down there. We went to Jamaica, 98, April, right? What happened was,
What happened was,
what happened was it was a separate ticket. So I got down there different than my brother, sister, dad, mom. I got down there before 5 hours. I had to wait for them. And I went down there and I saw the most beautiful, 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 beautiful woman that I could lay eyes on. And I looked at her and I said, oh my gracious. I felt in my heart. I'm like, whoa, whoa, what is this? I'm just by the pool, just looking around. And she looked back at me. And from that moment, when she looked back, I said, oh no, I'm not letting her go.
mm,
My wife and I have been together since. We have our 24-year anniversary, wedding
wow.
anniversary coming
Happy
up in
anniversary.
July.
Come on.
In
Come
July.
on.
So here, now let's forward a little bit.
Yeah.
And you talk about a teammate. You talk about me resigning from the feds after 18 years, after a total 21-year corrections of just handing checks over. You talking about me jumping into something I have no idea of business. You want to know about a teammate? You want to know what a teammate does? how a teammate feels in the midst of maybe the chips are 21-0 in the fourth quarter. Maybe. What is the teammate going to do? And you just make a crazy play. A crazy play. A teammate's going to ride,
Ride that
pick
out.
you up and say, come on.
Let's go. Let's go.
Got this. I know who you are because we were in practice all these years. We're learning each other. We're growing with each other. We're feeding each other, helping, serving each other. This ain't no one-way street. I can iron. I can cook as a man. Let's go. At that point in time, I needed to know I had a teammate. I knew my coach had me. That teammate. When times were like, uh-oh, now what? 2020, hello. Our doors were closed. I just made one of the most monumental moves ever for not only me, my wife, my two boys who are now in college. And I'm not allowed to make money because there was a 2020 pandemic and my doors were closed by the governor. What am I going to do? Oh, my teammate came. Oh, come on. Oh, you did this. I know you can. You find it in your heart, just like you found in your heart, because I know you have it. Ever since, anytime. That's the captain right there. Honestly, y'all. I go to the captain. Y'all hearing me talk right now. I go to the captain. I'm like, Captain.
But let's not forget, we got to play honor to this captain.
Absolutely.
You have to reveal her name.
Okay.
You got to reveal the impact.
Okay.
You got to reveal how she dug deep inside of you to pull everything out to make you 1% better.
You know, first and foremost, let me let you know, my wife's name is Linda Stinney. Linda, if you're listening to this,
she will be listening.
I know you will be. I love you, baby. Love you, baby. Got two beautiful boys. Thank you first and foremost for bearing these babies. Okay. Quentin, my oldest son in Rowan University, about to graduate next year in December. And then Quay in IUP, Indiana University of Pennsylvania, freshman year. Listen, I'm so grateful and honored because throughout the midst of everything with business, with life, my wife, Linda, says, hey, it doesn't matter what happens, how business goes. It doesn't matter what rhythm we're in. You got to know I'm here. And when you don't have it, I'll find it.
I got to get her on the show.
She told me I'll find it.
I got to get her on the show, man. Go, you got to tell her.
Linda,
you gonna come? You coming on the show?
Let me tell you something about her. She's a grinder. She is a straight grinder. It was many times. All right, babe. Okay, now what? She's like, look, if you see her, you'll know as well she's a grinder. She's jacked up. When I put my arms out like that, she puts
talking about see her. Yo, they need to see you. And we'll put this out on YouTube. But
it's a mindset.
It's a mindset.
It's a mindset.
Tell people all the time it's a mindset.
I'm going to tell you, whoever's listening to this now, have a why. As a matter of fact, don't even go with your first why. Because this is what Linda asked me. She asked me a few times why. Not the first why. Why do you want to quit? She call it quit, right? Quit's quit, whatever you want to call it. But my mindset different. So then she switched. She said, okay, why do you want to open up a business? I told her, hey, I want to, impact the kids of the community. This is what God, I believe, has given me. Why do you want to impact the community? She asked me why a few times, and then my eyes got wide open. And I said, the gift that God's given me, to be in this point, at this stage, this very moment, I know I'm here to share it.
Bruh.
And that's why I will never stop until I drop.
Bro, that's what I tell people. People, yo, Doug, this. No, I have a gift.
Yes.
Only thing I can do is release it. When it releases, it impacts people. Stenny, you got a gift. When you release it, it impacts people.
Okay, I want to work out, man. And you got me fired up. Come on, let's talk. Let's go. Because you just said impact. Doug, you just said impact. You said impact. Impact is very, very near and dear to my heart.
God, bro.
When I hear impact, I know what impact is. Some people, it's a cliche word, like people, impact player, impact. Listen, my friends, when we talk about impact, I want you to listen and learn. If you want to make true impact, deep, emotional, lasting impact, you have to know this. I is for live inspired. How do you live inspired? Surround yourself with people like Doug and I. Read inspirational books. Don't feed your mind with the garbage and the nonsense. Feed your mind with stuff that's gonna help you grow. Like,
let's go.
Live inspired. Master your craft. How do you master your craft? You gotta practice, baby. What's that 10,000 rep rule? Over and over and over and over and it does not stop. 1% better means when you reach your goal, you don't stop. Oh, I'm good. No, you keep going. Master your craft. P, play at world class. When I was in the feds, everybody said, hey, you dressing really good. I mean, you're always professional. You know why? Because I was playing at world class and nobody even knew what was going on. But in my mind, I don't know if they're getting this right now. Don't know. But in my mind, I was there. But I was also the CEO. But I was also the company inspirational employee. But I was also the team leader. You see, nobody knew who I was being. All right. So play at world class. That means you can right now be who you want to be right now. Play at world class.
Let's go.
World class, not country or not town or country class, not state class, world class. Let's go. And then A, take action. I told you about 1% better every day. You got to move.
Let's go.
Take action. C, condition for greatness. Wow.
No, wait.
Wow.
Now,
condition.
You got to say it again.
For greatness. Condition. You see the champions of major sports. I mean, you're LeBron James and let's talk. You think they just go to the gym and just, okay, let me do a little bit. Let me let me just shoot maybe 50 free throws or 50 3-pointers. Oh, they're conditioning. They're shooting 1,000. They're pushing 1,000. They're how many reps? 4 o'clock in the morning, over and over and over and over. Let's go. You have to condition for greatness. You have it in you, but Reed, you said it. You got to pull that gift out. How you going to pull it out? You got to condition because what you have is great. You are great. You got to condition for that greatness to show. Okay? Condition for greatness. And then T, oh my goodness, I had to learn this one. I had to learn it. Be tenacious. No for an answer. Don't ever take no for an answer. Don't when an inner villain starts
take it out your vocabulary.
You know what? You don't have enough education. You know what? You don't have enough resources. You know what? You know what I'm talking about. That stinking thinking, that little sound of voice that comes up whenever you're on the right
path. Stop it.
I call it the haters. I'm not talking about other people. I'm talking about your old self when you're trying to bring out that gift, that new self. Real quick. Let's talk.
So you talking about the battle that we have within?
Yes, sir. You gotta be tenacious. You have to be tenacious. I'm not talking about going to somebody and say, hey, would you buy my, I'm talking about when you really get that desire,
You
but
gotta
then that
go.
inner villain pops up. Those stinking thinking ideas that
No,
you were
no,
so
no,
conditioned
no,
and so
no. You
comfortable
can't
with.
do it. You can't
Yeah,
do it.
yeah,
No, no,
yes.
no. You're not
You
good
don't.
enough.
Yeah, you're not old enough, or maybe you're too old. You're not. You know what I'm talking about, brother. Everybody has something. I go through them. We all battle, but you got
Come
to
on,
be
bro.
tenacious. Let's go. Let's
Let's go.
go. Oh my goodness. Let's go.
So but oh my God.
I know.
So
I
there's
know.
so many great things that you're doing. So many great things that we're doing together.
Mm,
We have been like we both. I think we both know who the coach is, but we really didn't realize that we were on the same team,
mm, mm,
and we
mm.
continue to be on the same team. So I'm a part of the thing called the Black Excellence Festival, Atlantic
Yes.
City, June 16th through the 18th. So many great things going on, festivals. We got a men's panel on what you're going to be on. But the thing that my guy asked me,
Mm,
he said, look, I need somebody. We're doing all these great things, but I need somebody, one, with some energy. And I need them to come down here and just do some little bit of training. And he'll be able to evaluate what they need. So he has to be an expert and he's got to be professional at
mm,
what he does.
mm,
I said, brother, I got the right guy.
mm,
I got the right guy. You don't even know who I got. You're not even familiar with what this man has already done. You're not even familiar with the legacy that he comes from. You're not even familiar with the trials and tribulations that he's been through. You're
mm,
not even familiar with his teammate that he has that's on his team to raise a beautiful family.
mm,
I got a king.
mm.
So as we get ready for this, you know, the Black Excellence Festival, you're going to be doing the trainings in the morning.
Mm,
What are your plans for the future?
mm,
What is that ideal facility, maybe?
mm,
Or is it the city? Or is it worldwide? We talk about Linda being for Jamaica.
mm,
Is there a master class in Jamaica?
mm,
1% better?
mm,
Or are you giving back to that community in Jamaica? Those young kids?
mm.
I've been to Jamaica. We go to these different countries and we see the resorts are all nice and beautiful, but all the living is not sometimes. So, what is your plans for the future?
We talking about future. First and foremost, I'm so excited and honored to go down there and to impact these men, these families, because I know the families are going to be down there supporting. And in number, I just want to just really, really quick interject. Yeah, we got the same coach. And that's why when the game plan comes up and the teammates need to be revealed, we got the same coach because that's what happens. That's a perfect example and testimony. Oh, you need this? Oh, coach says, I got you. See, I was being conditioned this whole time for this moment. And then every moment after that, Lord's willing. But here's my future. I'm going to tell you, there's no mistakes, and you're going to be able to connect the dots right now. My friends, you must pay attention. Get your pen and pads out.
I'm getting
You see,
mine
I
out.
went through what I went through. I made the decisions that I made, opened up a facility, learned how to be more of a professional coach, a professional business person, a professional person server. That's right.
Professional
Why?
server.
Yes. Why? Why? Let me break it down. Here we go. Connect these dots. Ran the camps, spoke in front of hundreds of company employees, been featured in magazines, grew my personal development. every single day. Listening, learning, most importantly, studying not only the words, but myself. You see, so when June 16th, 17th, and 18th become our present day, which I'm already living this, I'm already there.
Mm.
Remember I said impact, condition for greatness. You see, I'm all every single day, I'm thinking about, okay, we're going to have thousands of men, thousands of families to impact. Here's the deal. I'm going to get their bodies and their minds right. See, the body only follows the mind. But guess what? Sometimes, and a lot of people are unfamiliar with this, if you don't wake up every single day at 4 a.m., you will never know this jewel. The mind will play a trick on you. And maybe you might start thinking, I've been consecutive a long time, so I don't need to go today. Or my energy is just not to, I'm sick. Or maybe I'm just under the weather or my allergies. You see, that's just your mind. That's what you have to do. You have to flip the script. You have to move in order to find.
Come on.
That you have to position yourself in order to see. See what? See your greatness. See that you can. So we're going to move. We're also going to get our mind right by proving that we can move in certain ways, even if we don't think we can. Oh, I'm going to prove it.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to prove it. So here we go. One more thing. I'm going to connect the dot and put it all together right now for you. What do I want for the future after this? I already see it. The fathers down there on Father's Day weekend for the Black Excellence Festival they're going to be impacted. Right now, Reed, I'm building a mastermind of fathers.
Oh,
Dad bod to father figures of America. Now, America, I'm not going to give y'all everything. America's just point number one, my friend. America's just point number one. But us fathers, and I'll break it down just a second. I'll try to do as quick as I can, as clear as I can. Dad bod doesn't only mean, oh, look at my body. I let my body go. I used to be an athlete. I got into my career and I just slacked off. And that's not only dad bod. Yeah, that's a dad bod version. But what about a person like me? Person that's conditioned physically. I could run, I could jump, I could dunk. But that inner villain, my mindset sometimes, oh, am I enough? It tries to get back in there. That's a form of dad bod. When you're stressed, when things start getting unorganized with you because you're taking on and you're like, oh my goodness, am I built for this? I don't know. Oh, that's dad bod. Well, what happens? Dad bod to father figure. It's the number 2. It's your second chance.
yes, sir.
It's another opportunity for you to flip the switch, for you to get it right, for you to get it tight, for you to turn into that father, that mentor, that figure, not physically speaking. It could be, yeah, physically, yeah. But a true father represents through principles, through guidance, through love.
Brother.
I'm genuine love, not just for your family. You have a community. Your community could be your grocery store you go to every day. It could be the gym, the people in the gym.
Yeah.
It could be wherever you frequent the most. But you have a obligation at that point. When you flip the switch and you go from dad bod to, wow. Now you must be. Now you must be. Be everything, remember? Be that person that's going to show. You don't have to speak. You got to show a dad lives by principles, not by principles, words, a lifestyle, a mindset, how he exemplifies our coach.
That's it, brother.
That's
That's it.
that's that's dad bod
Oh,
to father figure, baby.
that's my. Oh
Now
my
hold on, one
God.
more thing. So here it is to finish it out, baby. I'm thank you. Thank you. So when dad bod to father figures of America, I'm gonna tie it all together for you when it goes back to 1998, my first year back from college, and my coach said, "Come do this camp," and I said, "Oh my goodness, this is what I want to do: help, impact, serve, coach youth." These dads, obviously, they have kids. So I'm still on my path that God's laid me on. So when I impact these dads, turning into father figures, they're going to have a reflection. They're going to be able to shine on to the kids that are in their communities, not only their family, but their communities. And boom, full circle. Now we have a generation growing under success minded, growth minded, love.
Mm, mm,
We
mm.
stand on health, mental, and physical, wealth. Listen, there's opportunity, and nobody can tell you how much you create on economy. I promise you. If I can
Mm.
do it, you can do it.
Yes, sir.
And then love. Health,
Love.
wealth, and love, baby. Let's go. And
Let's
that's going to be
go.
for generations to come.
Let me ask you this: how can somebody keep track of you? How do they follow you?
Mm.
How do they maintain that connection with you?
Uh, Listen, I'm on all platforms, all social media platforms. I want you to go to Facebook first and foremost under Coach Omar Stinney. Then you go to Facebook and you go under Drills for Skills Sports. Then you go under Instagram under Omar Stinney. Then you go under Instagram under Drills for Skills Sports. TikTok, Coach Omar Stinney. I mean, the list goes on. YouTube, Drills for
That's
Skills
good.
Sports. If you are at the Black Excellence Festival and you
Ooh.
run into me at June 16th, 17th, 18th, it doesn't matter what day, you will run into me. I promise you, because God has everything covered. He's going to make sure if whatever you need, whatever I need, I might need you. Let's go. My contacts will be available like the snap of a finger. That easy. I promise.
Yes,
I got
sir.
something special. Got something special that I'm gonna be bringing to the Black Excellence Festival. Reed, this is gonna be truly a festival. I'm talking festival, and I'm excited. I'm excited.
Let's go. Oh my God, brother. So, hey, like they say, as I say, it's hard to even stop this podcast. But this has been the Let's Go Show with Omar Stinney. Drills for skills. 1% better. And you know what I say? Let's go, baby. Peace. I'm out.